Hey there, I thought I was going to teach this week, but it got away from me. First week with everybody back. Thanks for praying for my wife. She's doing really good after her neurosurgery 2 months ago now. It's a life changer. It's changing my whole family. It's changing everything. Our quality of life coming back. After many years of mystery health issues that just... I'm just praising God. I don't want to get into it. I have not taught much. I am going through my own health issues. So, I don't want to get into that too much right now, but I need to back off some of the stress related to YouTube and set some boundaries. This year was particularly bad starting in about February in terms of the kinds of emails and comments that were blowing up by phone. They were so vicious that I started going into a fight or flight mode without realizing it, and my body was doing this thing where I was basically hyperventilating, didn't realize it. And the last month right up to my wife's surgery was the most intense, and I didn't share it on my channel, but I was dealing with dizziness all the time and shortness of breath and lightheadedness. And it turns out I wasn't breathing right because my body was doing this thing to protect itself from the onslaught. And I was handling it all subconsciously, so I didn't know how stressed out I was. I mean, I knew I was in a bad mood about YouTube, but just anytime you pick up your phone, it's blowing up with somebody attacking you, you know. There's only so much a human being can take. So I thought I went to the ER a couple weeks ago and thought it was like a heart issue, but it turned out it was an anxiety attack where I've trained my body to breathe wrong and I wasn't getting enough oxygen and stuff. So I need to revisit how I breathe. And also, I'm so relieved to find out I have a clean bill of health, you know, but I'm relieved to find out that it was stress, because stress is something I can learn to manage, you know. And part of it is going to be setting some boundaries with my phone and stuff like that. And I want to, you know, one of the reasons I haven't taught, it's not because I haven't done messages. It's because I'm too peripherally aware of enemies of the truth and what they're saying that it gets in my head and then makes it difficult to speak. You know, there were times when Paul didn't speak. There were times when Jesus didn't speak. And they had, you know, Jesus had Bethany away from Jerusalem. Paul eventually quit going to Jerusalem and set up a school. He's quit debating with the Jews. Comes a point where you've said everything you're going to say. And that's what I was so frustrated with this last round with Romans 9. It's like, are we going to do this again? We've already had this debate and conversation. Why are you pretending like we haven't actually already addressed all these verses before? I've taught through it before. I've answered the same accusers, the same opposition, the same verses, and then the same nonsense again and again. And it makes it so it's like, I just don't want to deal with it, you know. So I'm waiting on the Lord. Today, I am happy to say that Let It Burn is officially released. I got the all clear that it's good to ship now. So you can order Let It Burn, and if you don't have any money, you can get it for free as an ebook on the website. And I have the audio book in the members area. I'm building up a library of audiobooks that are really well read, I think. And the members have access to all that for a monthly subscription. Now, they're not paying so that they can have access to that. They're paying to support what we're doing to release the word. One thing that has been gratifying, though, in the last month or two is I've noticed a whole lot of channels that I've never even heard of rising up who are clearly totally immersed in this ministry and are speaking the truth. So I'm not complaining. Anytime we've gone through like major contention, there's always been an increase like that, which is good. But this motivates me more to focus on writing. I've taught so much. And if you want to know anything I teach, go to my website, go to the video recommender, type in a question like, what does it mean to backload works into the gospel? And you'll instantly get 10 of the most relevant videos that I've done on my channel with summaries, thorough summaries of each video. You click on the summary and you can see exactly like a study of what's in it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stop teaching, but there's going to be lulls while I regroup. I'm done with Let It Burn, and the next thing I want to do is another devotional. The Preaching the Gospel to Yourself is a series, and the first one was Positional Truths in Romans. And I think the next one is going to be Positional Truths in Hebrews, and then I want to do a 1 Corinthians one too. So these are like 40-day devotionals where each day is a positional statement, an assertion, like, because Christ is my high priest, I have access to God, and then several paragraphs of devotional reading with verses that is all for your edification. And it's all positional gospel truths, things that you can meditate on and memorize, and learn to pray and turn the word into prayer. And people have gotten the devotional more than any other book, and there's several people who regularly get 20, 30 copies of them and give them to people because it's free from all controversy. Most of my teaching stuff is controversial. It shines a light on institutional thinking or traditional concepts, then overturns them, and then gives Pauline truth. And so that's offensive. There's a lot of books where he's like, I wish this person would read it, but they won't. They're just going to get offended because they're going to defend what they're doing. But the devotionals are pure edification. So people have been able to give those out to people with no sense that there's an agenda or an argument, and they're able to build bridges based on mutually shared truths that all believers should know that they have in common. And then yet it's introducing them to ministry that's making them hungry for more, and they say, why am I not hearing this? Why have I never heard this before? I didn't know the gospel was so good. I thought I was just waiting to go to heaven, hoping God doesn't punish me. So I'm looking forward to doing Hebrews as my next book, and then I want to write a commentary on John. John was the richest ministry messages that I have ever been through on my channel, and there's a lot of them, and we went through it meticulously verse by verse, and it was so edifying, and I can't wait to do a commentary on that. It'll be a big one, like Genesis was, 500-600 pages. So I'm going to continue writing and teaching as I can, but I am stepping back and saying I'm not going to let my phone and this virtual thing affect my health and my family. I'm willing for people to say all kinds of crap about me and everything, but I am going to insulate myself from it, to an extent. So that's that. I guess I just wanted to touch base and say that that's what's going on. Let It Burn is now available. If you're interested, please go grab a copy. Some people will like it. And pray for me to have wisdom on how to proceed in a healthy way, to keep teaching the way I'm teaching while being kind of in a bubble where I just don't even know what's going on. I don't need to know what's going on out there. I've already seen it all. Okay, well, take care.